I've tried to keep pretty relaxed. The boys know exactly what they're doing.
Take the ball!
It's time to kill.
Come on!
Yeah? Kill the team off.
The boys were definitely up for it tonight, which was important. I'll go home tonight and I'll have a couple of beers probably, and that'll be it. As you can see, out for breakfast with my daughter, sometimes with my wife. Depends who's home, I suppose, if it's midweek or on the weekend. It seems to be on match day, I just like to go out a bit, and I like to just get out of the house. Otherwise, if you're stuck in the house the whole day, that's all you do, you just think about football. So just to try and take my mind off it a little bit and just to get out a little bit. So I've already told them the lineup, so I can't change that.
I think you've got a good energy on game day. We try to keep relaxed, and I feel like, yeah, most of the time you can't even tell, really.
I try to learn from all the coaches I've had over the years, whether you like what they do or you don't like what they do. I think you take bits from each coach. I've got 3 kids, so I know what it's like to have children. So I wouldn't call them. Actually, I'd say McGowan is a big child. Ryan Grant is a big child at times. The younger ones, obviously, I can relate to them because I have daughters around the same age.
Do I recognise any of the ways that he acts with the players?
When he's mad.
When I'm screaming at him from the sideline.
Just in general, having that kind of fatherly figure in the club and kind of reflects how he is at home as well.
I like to just relax a little bit in the morning, whether I go for a walk or obviously today I'm going for a haircut. I don't do that every match day, by the way. It's every 4 weeks or 5 weeks I get a haircut.
I've been cutting your hair for how long now?
9 years
Yeah.
maybe, 9, 10 years.
People send me like photos, like say if they're watching the game and stuff, of Steve's haircut. So the pressure's on that way too. So you guys playing tonight?
Victory, Melbourne Victory. Got the Wanderers on Sunday as well.
No way.
Yeah.
Back to back, huh?
Yeah, busy week. Obviously I took a lot from Graham, which was the final few years before I become head coach. Levitschka as well, I think he was a great role model that coming to the end of my playing days I could see, and then I went into coaching with him as well, so I saw both sides of him. Mark McGee as well, I spent quite a bit of time with him as a player. Eddie Thompson was my national team coach, and I spent time with him in Japan as well. You just look at all of them and take bits from what you want, and really then it becomes myself and how I want to do things at the end of the day. Ready to go for tonight now? Good to arrive here. It took me an hour and 15 to get here, so a bit of traffic today, but you do a lot of thinking and just listen to a bit of music in the car. I always ring my assistant coach, Robbie Stanton, in the car as well, just to see how his day was. It's become a routine now. Probably been doing as much as me today, but actually you've done, what have you done? Mow the lawn? Mow the lawn? Yeah. Probably painted the fence or something?
Yeah, paint the fence again.
And Justin's just spent time with his adopted girlfriend, so... It starts to kick in now. The boys are starting to roll in soon and start my video in about half an hour. Just the final details of what we want to do tonight. It's up to the boys then to go out on the pitch and perform and do what they do best. Okay, there's rows. 1-9 will come across, one will drop back a little bit. Anthony, just be aware of this one. If he comes all the way across, he won't have to come. Once we're in these areas here, forward runs. Yep. If one comes short, the other 2 should be going long. Very, very important game for us. Yeah, we want 3 points. Stay switched on, focus, etc. Yeah. Let's go. You're always thinking of things that you might be able to change during the game. People always say, oh, you might be too quiet to be a coach. Well, it's just who I am. I'm not quiet all the time. I get my message across if the boys aren't doing what they're doing.
Sydney FC have won the past 7 head-to-head against the Victory by an aggregate margin of 21 goals to 4. As Steve Corica hunts a much-needed 3 points. They have this man back, a second starting debut for the club, Adam Lafondra, who scored off the bench. The winner against Western United on the weekend. He's partnered by Bobo. That's because Bahaja was ruled out in the warm-up. So it's the visitors who kick things off. Elvis Kamsoba getting the ball rolling.
Stay up, Costa, stay up!
Sydney FC have 2 of their main men back. And the header on target and poked home.
I try to stay calm most of the time with the players. I respect the players a lot, so I've been in their shoes before, so I know what they're going through as well. Yeah, I try to just do it my own way, obviously. You know, the younger ones are different to the older ones. You can be maybe a little bit sterner with the older boys. The younger ones you've got to treat differently. Just chat to them, really. Joke around with them a little bit.
Whipped into a great area and the header wide. That's a terrible miss for a striker of his pedigree. Bobo could have had a brace. So at half-time at Corica, it's Sydney FC 1, Melbourne Victory 0.
Step forward to get the ball. As it comes back, if we can't deliver, you get the ball, and then we keep shifting from side to side. Be patient. But it's time to kill. Yeah? Kill the team off. Kill it off. Work in between so that we can get the ball and turn, and then Anthony, you need to work in between as well in the pocket. As it goes to Ryan Grant's side as well, they shift to one side and you just come into this area. If we can find power to here, you're free, and then you can go forward.
Adam Lafondra ready to kick things off in the second half. Give away here by the Victory. They're right through here, and the deflection.
Obviously at 1-0, it's a dangerous scoreline.
But he'll play big games against the big opponents. Ninkovic will play.
He'll play shortly in this one.
We speak about the culture at the club, and that revolves around that we've kept these players for long periods of time now. Ninkovic, Wilco, there's been loads Redders now. Retre even, there's a loads, Michael Zulo, there's been players there that have been there for long periods of time, and they drive the culture of the club, and when new players come in, if they're not doing the right thing, they'll tell them, and I think that's why we've had success, you know, over the last 4 or 5 years.
Lafondra is off, Bobo stays out there, and Ninkovic comes on, and the rotation occurs. Barbarousis up top, Caceres and Ninkovic as the 10s.
Get him up, Will! Fellas! Stay, fellas, stay!
They've led for a long time in this one, 1-0. They'd love a 2-goal cushion. Milos Ninkovic, Costa Barbarousis, bang!
These players have worked hard over the last couple of years that I've been in charge, and to do it again 3 years in a row would be amazing, I think.
8 wins in a row in the Big Blue, unless the Victory can turn this one around late. And Costa Barbarousis greeted by a smiling coach.
Well, he said he miskicked that one, that went in, so I said, well, you should miskick more.
It's their 10th of the campaign and their 8th in a row in the Big Blue. The former Victory man, Costa Barbarousis, sealing things late, and they are the quickest team, the first team to 200 A-League wins. A milestone achieved for the Sky Blues heading into a derby.
Yeah, they're all different. They all have different parts of their life. Some have families, some have girlfriends, some have wives, some are still kids coming through. So you have to treat them all different.
Jules, class. Take the piss out. McGowan, mate, take him away.
It's too early to celebrate. The boys will do recovery. We've got a short turnaround for the Wanderers game on Sunday, and they'll have something to eat inside the change room and do recovery, and that's basically it. I'll go home tonight and I'll have a couple of beers probably, and that'll be it.